Hey guys, what's going on? It is Josh. I'm making a video because it's early. It's early Wednesday morning, and for the past couple of nights I have not been sleeping very well. Which is weird because yesterday I just got my permit, yo. It was actually really easy if you study. Okay. You know the link that I was giving you in my pants for all of those videos where we were reading through the the manual? Go to any one of those videos. I'm not going to have time to link in my pants right now because I have to leave for school in 40 minutes and I still have to have time to upload this after recording a 10-minute video. I might actually have to upload it when I get to school because there's Wi-Fi, so I might have to do that. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I want to get to the point. If you study that website, the one that's like driving-tests.org, and you select Montana and you study it, most of my test was off of that, honestly. And there was one instance where they refer to your driver's side as your left side with respect to the ABS trailer light. Now, the one thing that helps me remember this, and the only reason I think I got it right, was because I looked back, and I didn't look back, but in my head, I'm like, I remember Shannon telling me that you should always be able to look out your driver's side and see the ABS light if it's on. And I'm like, okay, bet. I'm pretty sure that the left side, they're talking about the driver's side. I had never heard the driver's side called the left side. I knew nothing about that. I felt mad stupid because when I told my classmates, Nate and Charles, I was like, I didn't know which left they were talking about. Is it the left if you're standing in front of the truck and looking at it? Is it the left if you're sitting in it? And they're like, they looked like they knew that it meant that, and I did not. So that's one tip that I can give you. Honestly, more than anything, when you go in there, it's a touch screen. Be careful. You always have to confirm an answer. Read everything because the way that they word stuff is a little weird. Now, one of my boys, Nate, got a different kind of test. His was harder. He said that it wasn't the stuff off of that, whatever. He said the combination was really hard, or I think maybe was it the air brake? I forget. I think he said the combination was harder. There's a bank of tons of questions, so you never know what you're going to get. But for me, it was easy. And I had studied, I got to Montana, and I got the driver's manual on December 2nd, December 3rd? December 3rd. Because we got to Montana the night of December 2nd, and then the 3rd we went over to Missoula and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so what you can expect on your day 2, which will be Tuesday. Tuesday is a busy day. You get your permits. You come back. You do paperwork. You talk to Heather. You verify everything that you entered online. By this point, you're basically in once you have that permit. Pass it the first go because they only give you 2 chances for either portion. I'm like real nervous about the driving test, but after that, you're either going to get on the simulator, go talk to Heather, or you're going to get in the truck and drive. We got in the truck. We went to see Heather and then got in the truck and drove because the simulator, there's an issue with it. Now, Ellie gave me a really good tip. If you want to get the shifting down, get in the simulator when there's downtime and just practice even when it's off. Get the feel of the shifter because if you've driven a stick shift, it's actually going to work against you if you're anything like me because I want to put the clutch all the way to the floor. You okay? I'm making a video. You want me to mute it? No? Okay. So anyway, if you are anything like me, you will have a hard time not pushing that clutch all the way to the floor, because that's what I want to do, and that's what all three of us are doing. So when you get in the truck, listen to Shannon, or whoever is guiding you through it. It's probably going to be Shannon if you come anytime in the near future. Take a deep breath before you do anything. My hands were shaky. I was nervous. I'm like, I am about to drive, even though we're bobtailing. You're just going to be bobtailing. What we got in the Cascadia. Oh my God, I fell in love with the Cascadias when I got in. They're beautiful, and they feel it. I sat in the driver's seat, and I was terrified, and I was crapping my pants because I was just like, I can't believe I'm here about to drive this truck, and oh my God. But at the same time, as soon as I sat in that seat, because I love to drive, I really do, and I sat in that seat, and I was like, okay. It's hard. Driving a CMV is hard. It's not going to be easy, and it's going to take getting used to, whether you've driven a stick or not. If you haven't driven a stick, there's downsides, and if you have driven a stick, there's downsides. And I just cringe when the gears grind, but you're going to do that, and it's okay. And Shannon knows about it. Practice a lot. Don't just shift when he tells you to. And in my opinion, before you go, look up a manual, because the way that if you've driven a stick shift, the way that the gears are set up, normally you would go up and to the left, and that would be first gear. That's reverse. That's the 2 gears of reverse. Every slot has, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just like stick shift, right? But these, there's double, because there's a high-low. It's like a flick switch on the front of the gear. Look online and prepare yourself. You can see on Jim Palmer's website the 2 trucks that we use, and you can familiarize yourself with it beforehand. The thing that you can't do is get used to the way that the gears play. Now, the thing with that is, the way that the gears play, it's actually misleading, and my boy Charles said this, but the neutral is a wide wobble zone. The gears are not. The gears are like boom, 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 like closer. And that's weird for me. But it's not a weird that you can't get used to. It's just a weird you have to familiarize yourself, and you can get used to anything. I can get used to anything except being away from Maggie. That's the hardest thing. So Elliot said, get in the simulator and practice, because it's like a 1-2 motion. It's a dance. When you're downshifting, you want to give it a little throttle to bring your RPMs up. When you're upshifting, you want to let it slow down before you try and put it in that next gear. And it's just a second. It's like 1, 2. You basically take it into neutral and then into your next gear. But you're constantly watching your tachometer or your speed or listening to the engine, just like I said in that video. And it's a difficult balance to manage for me. It wasn't easy. I did it, and I drove on the road. My second day of class, I drove on the road. I got my permit, and Shannon's like, I'm pretty sure you just got your permit this morning. You could have fooled me. And he says that, and he's a confidence builder. He's really good at what he does. And so that's the next thing that you do. And then after that, to be honest, you think you're going to be ready to drive all day, straight out the gate, and you're not. You're going to be tired because you've got the stress of your test. You've got the stress of going to talk to Heather, although she's completely adorable and wonderful. She's not, anything scary. It's painless. But her and I were talking about dogs for probably a good 15 minutes. No, probably a good 10 minutes. Until they came up and they were like, dude, we're waiting on you. Let's go drive. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So, it's not as hard to keep in the lane as you think it's going to be. Breathe and just keep your butt in that left tire track, because that's where your left tire is, right under your butt. And that's all I can think, because I have to end this because it's almost 10 minutes already. I'm used to making 30-minute vlogs, y'all. What do you want from me? Anyway, so I'm going in this is Wednesday morning. I'm going in for my 3rd day of training, and we're going to do some safety, and then we're going to get back in the truck. I will let you guys know how it goes. Much love. Beep out.